All right, so in this video we're assembling everything. I got a head start so I can show you some things. What we're going to do is we're going to first put the short sides and the base together. So what I did is I laid both long pieces underneath so it had a base. And the biggest thing, if you want to come here, I'll show you. I want to make sure we had a nice butt joint. Everything was smooth. So you can see here how everything is kind of in line. That's the most important thing. So I held it down. This extra piece on the other side, even though it's not nailed, and it doesn't even have to be perfectly straight, is allowing me to have some firm grip on the base here. The other thing I want to show you is I chose 3 different types of nails that we have in the shop so you can see how they look. You're going to want to know which nail you like the most with your design before you get started. It always looks bad when you mix the nails, so kind of think about that ahead of time. All right, so I got the first side done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to nail in the other side so you can see what I mean by making sure everything's lined up. We got a very common butt joint here. Make sure everything is smooth and in line. And I'm going to, because I just like the look of it, I'm going to go with these galvanized ones for the rest of them. So with our pilot hole, the nail should be able to go all the way through. If not, you just give it a little tap until you can feel it on the other piece. Hold down your wood firmly. And again, when you're nailing, hold at the back end of the hammer. Let the hammer do all the work. Let the physics do its thing. And that way you're not having to do these little hammer nails. Just kind of use the tool the way it's meant to be. All right. So that one's in there. And then last one. One shot. That's pretty awesome. Okay. Now we're going to flip it on its side. And we're going to put the long ends on. So again, I'm going to make sure all the faces have good intersections at the vertices. Make sure everything looks nice and straight. And I always like to start with the front or the middle bottom one, kind of hold it all in place. So I'm going to put that one in there. And then I just kind of have to work my way around. And because the pilot hole is big enough, I can pop a couple of these in at a time and then work my way through. Then I'll do the other 3. So this one, oh, there we go, got it in. Otherwise, just nail it in. All right, so I'm going to do it on the other side, same thing. The one thing I didn't point out before that I want to point out now, remember the side that we did all the markings on? I'm actually putting that on the outside piece. And the reason I'm doing that is because when I go to sand this on the next step, it'll be really easy to sand it all together, or sand it off, because I won't have to get it on the inside. Some people may want to hide it on the inside. That's perfectly fine. That can be your approach. But I'm going to do it outward so I can see it. So the only other thing you're going to see is we're going to do a quick video of how to put in the dowel. And then everything is basically assembled. And then after this, it's staining. If you want to do that, sanding first and then staining. Got any questions? Come see one of us.